All right, let's go.
We had a very good weekend in many respects.
I took the money that I won betting on the purple dildo to be thrown on the court at a WNBA game and parlayed it into a big win on some mixed partial arts. Then with my winnings, I went out to a nice Italian dinner. But maybe the best thing that happened this weekend was I found the perfect theme song for my videos.
I always search good in bad. I also search bad in good. So I'm a very good bad boy.
So as always, we got a lot to talk about, from what it would look like if Jay-Z and Beyonce were on welfare, to how it feels when the vodka, Xanax, and stool softeners all meet up at the same time.
Are hoping that we can have gender affirming care for our trans kids.
From the updated movie poster of the Fantastic Four to the harsh truth for Letitia James.
No one is above the law.
Gotcha, bitch.
We'll get into why you never invite Adam Schiff to a barbecue and what the best practice is for tipping at Starbucks. I see a lot of comments from so-called progressive liberals asking why I make such harsh jokes. And the answer is really very simple.
I don't want you to be comfortable.
So while other channels may leave you as bored as an Amish electrician, I know you come to this channel for answers to the most pressing questions. Like, are people more upset about Sydney Sweeney's good genes or Cynthia Erivo with no genes? Should we begin throwing green dildos at everything that's useless in America? And if so, would Zoran Mondani be up next? What picture will J.D. Vance use during his 2028 presidential run? Why do most liberals end up looking like old lesbians? How badly do you want a big green XRP candle? Where did Trump move the White House picture of Big Mike's husband?
You see that great big, beautiful green dumpster down there? That's where we decided to hang that hideous portrait of Obama.
What's the best book to get for someone who doesn't like to read? Why does this guy continue to win Employee of the Month for his work on the Jimmy Kimmel Show? And maybe most importantly of all, what's the reason Zelensky didn't get an invite to the big meeting between President Trump and Vlad Putin?
Told him he's got to be more thankful because with us he has the cards, but without us he doesn't have any cards.
When I heard about meeting, I called President Trump to ask why I was not invited, and he said, "Sorry, little man, there is a minimum height requirement for this meeting. Besides, little man, we are not the Europeans, so there will be no cocaine at this meeting."
All right, let's talk some crypto news, and we start with the Schwartz and the problem with banks.
It's very sexy when you close a deal with the bank, and we do that sometimes, but they're very slow movers. They're very slow to execute. They're very conservative. They're never going to be Ripple success stories, and it's hard to get them to push the benefits down to their customers because that's risky for them, and then it highlights where they're inefficient. We focused a lot on banks in the beginning just because a press release with a bank is a big thing, but we discovered they're just very slow to move. Like, if all they want is a press release, now we're like, hey, we want to actually move billions of dollars now, and they're like, yeah, we kind of don't.
According to Ali Charts, 900 million XRP has been scooped up by whales over the past 48 hours.
The one great thing about this is that for the first time now, the United States government has put its stamp of approval on a very key and important, potentially very important digital asset that will, I think, help to lower costs, lower risks in the market, because we can now move towards an instantaneous almost settlement of payment versus delivery.
Really big news right here. XRP and Ripple shares anchor a breakthrough dual asset strategy. Vivo Power International, which is a Nasdaq-listed company, is investing $100 million in Ripple shares and XRP tokens, becoming the first US-listed firm to offer shareholders dual crypto equity exposure. This strategy aims to acquire XRP at a discount, enhancing its treasury model for long-term shareholder value. Here's an interesting take from Mike Wilson, the CIO of Morgan Stanley.
We believe we've been in sort of a 3-year rolling recession, and that the end of that recession ended in April with the tariffs. That was the final capitulation. So we think that's a new bull market, right? We think the bear market ended in basically April. It was a pretty nasty one. There were several, along the way, and that was the final flush. And now we're in a new bull market, and capital markets activity is just another sign that that analysis or that conclusion is probably correct.
And Jack K, also known as Ibiza Final Boss, launches a meme coin that initially pumped over 5,000%, but is currently down over 98%, proving once again that in crypto, things aren't always as they seem. All right, let's talk real quick about the silent crypto killer, taxes. Every time you trade Bitcoin or take profit on a massive altcoin pump, Uncle Sam wants a cut. But here's the play I use. iTrust Capital's crypto IRA. I'm not just partnered with them, I actually use it to protect my long-term crypto gains. With a crypto IRA, you can buy and sell over 80 assets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, all inside a tax-advantaged account. That means no capital gains taxes on trades. Depending on whether you go with a Roth or a traditional IRA, you can grow your portfolio tax-deferred or even tax-free. Imagine stacking Bitcoin or XRP for the next 5 years and keeping every penny of profit when you retire. And with Coinbase custody and Fidelity Digital Assets behind the scenes, your assets get institutional-grade protection. The platform is simple, 24/7, with no monthly account fees, just a flat 1% transaction fee. Taxes will eat your gains if you don't plan ahead. That's why I use iTrust Capital, because it's not about the next trade, it's about building wealth that lasts. All right, let's take a look at some of the other top headlines, and we'll start right here with Scotty B.
We are going big on digital assets. So Trump administration has made digital assets a priority. Past administration starved and almost made extinct a lot of these companies and pushed it offshore. So what we want to do is apply the highest U.S. regulatory and AML standards to digital assets.
Are you a no-show boss from hell who terrorizes staffers?
Oh my goodness. Listen, I know that I have arrived, honey. That is the way that I see this.
As far as legislating and being a serious politician, she is way out of her league.
She thinks getting more serious means getting the short wig. I mean, that's the only thing that's changed. It's like, I like it, by the way. It looks good on her. I mean, it's complimentary to her. But it's the truth.
We see this right here. XRP targets $11 after breaking out of a bullish flag on the weekly chart.
Something's out of control, but we're going to put it in control very quickly like we did on the southern border. I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back.
Of course, the triggered mask-wearing lunatics of D.C. are protesting to keep crime in their city, proving once again that it really does not matter what he says. It is kind of funny, though, how fast everyone has gone from being a WNBA dildo expert to a DC crime expert. Oakland, California is giving us our first look at the real-world effects of what happens when the EBT card stops working. California Senator Alex Padilla makes his case for illegal immigration.
The vast majority of people being arrested, being detained, being deported are the same people that so many families trust to care for our children, trust to care for aging parents. You know, they're the people who are preparing and serving meals in restaurants, that are picking the fruit and vegetables and packaging the meat in factories that we depend on to put food at the table at home.
He went on to say, if we get rid of slavery, who will pick our crops? For anyone who doesn't understand why a communist mayor is not a good thing for New York.
Tell me how Zoran is going to pay for free childcare, free buses, when he's going to step into office on the first day and he's going to realize actually the mayor doesn't have any power to raise money on the rich, and that was his plan to pay for all this crap to begin with. I'll tell you how he's going to pay for it. He's going to pay for it by raising property taxes, raising other taxes in any way that he can. The thing you got to understand is I'm from South Richmond Hill. People in the outer boroughs over there, they don't have these big fancy corporate tech jobs. They're not celebrities with fat salaries. The way they make their money is they own maybe a deli across the street, or they own a spice shop, or they work there. And those people are the ones that are going to absorb these higher taxes that he's going to use to generate income for his ill-conceived ideas that won't even get anybody out of poverty to begin with.
According to The Athletic, WNBA sex toy incidents may be linked to a cryptocurrency group's money scheme. I didn't realize you all were going to take my advice from 2 videos ago, but you could have won more money using the blue dildo.
There are no refs in this game. Fuck the rules. We are going to win whatever it takes.
And Charlie Kirk is currently in talks with Paramount Pictures to star in the new movie Top Gun. So you know I'll be watching, and I'll keep you updated with any new information. In a world where there is nothing I trust less than government, sometimes the best way to live life is with 0 fucks given. If we can just eliminate all the faux outrage, maybe we can find some common ground.
Why would you want to kick out my housekeeper? Because we need to protect all big booty Latinas. If you're a 9, you are fine. You get to stay. If you're an 8, we can have an immigration debate. If you're a 6, you can kick bricks.
As the great Thomas Sowell once said, the next time some academics tell you how important diversity is, ask them how many Republicans there are in their sociology department.
I always search good in bad. I also search bad in good. So I'm a very good bad boy.
And if you have a couple more minutes, you may have missed my last video with a huge warning from Ripple, and of course, some more jokes that are sure to trigger all the libtarded phobias. Until the next time, be safe.